What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge in 5. I am your host, Allan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today, and you know the rules. We are not going to waste any time. Let's bring in the stars of the show, get our boys going. Look at it, man. We run it 4 wide today. All right. Tell you what, Spector, you're our leadoff hitter, bro. Go ahead, man. What you got?
Let's start off. We're going to go back to the NBA. I've had just a little bit of luck with the NCAA, but not enough for me to really not pay attention to the NBA anymore. We're going to go my team, the Warriors, Rockets, over 237.5. Our SportsLine AI has us at a 127-119 game, totaling to 246. Something about the Warriors on the road means they just stop playing defense. This season alone, they allow 124.5 points per game when they play on the road. Also, Looney is questionable for tonight with some back pain. He will probably play because he just plays every game. But if he goes on a minutes restriction in any way, the Warriors are going to have to play small ball lineup for the entire game. Already the fastest team in the NBA in pace will have a small ball fast lineup throughout the entire game, meaning they are going to score a lot of points. Plus, the Rockets are second worst in the league in defensive rating. If this isn't a blowout, it's going to be a high-scoring game.
There we go, man. I tell you what, I was just thinking that. I was like, man, I want to find some props now in terms of shooting for this one. All right, Barner, coming over to you, my dude. NBA, what you got, bro?
All right, we're going to do 2 plays from the same game. We're going to go to the Kings and Jazz game. We're going to do Kings minus 6.5. Now, something's got to give here. The Kings are 12-5 against the spread as a road favorite. The Jazz are 9-0 against the spread as a home underdog. But the big news here for the Jazz, no Lauri Markkanen, no Jordan Clarkson, and no Colin Sexton. The Kings don't score as much on the road as they do at home, but they're still averaging almost 118 points a game on the road. I don't expect the Jazz to have enough firepower to keep this close. So we're going to do Kings minus 6.5, but we're going to take a player prop on the Jazz side. We're going to do with Ochai Agbaji to score over 12.5 points at minus 129. Now, Markkanen, Clarkson, and Sexton are averaging over 60 points per game combined. Now, Agbaji was the 14th overall pick in the 2022 draft. He's played at least 29 minutes in each of the last 4 games, and he had at least 14 points in 3 of those 4 games. The Kings rank inside the top 10 in the league in pace of play and inside the bottom 10 in defensive rating. So we're going to do Agbaji over 12.5 points.
Solid, man. And excellent pronunciation there. You did it twice.
Practice. A lot of practice.
That was a good job, dude. All right. Now, I'm going to go to the NBA as well. All right, EC, you are going to bring us home. All right, you're the maestro spot. Or in 5, look, we're going to call it the EC spot, right? We'll figure out a better name for that. However, Spector, let me know what your numbers say about these two. All right, we're going 2 props. First, we're going to go James Harden. All right, over 2.5 threes tonight. All right, look. There's nothing that James Harden loves more than shooting threes at home. All right. He's going to be firing from downtown Philly. He's eclipsed this number 62.5% of his games so far this month. Not to mention, he's hit over 2.5 threes in 5 of his last 7 games at home. Bulls allowing opponents to hit nearly 40% from behind the arc this season. Harden, we usually get 8 to 10 attempts. We only need 3 to fall. Let's do it. Now, second one. Your boy, Desmond Bane. All right. The Grizzlies over 2.5 threes as well. All right. Going against the Mavericks. We know Kyrie, Luka, questions in regards to if they're going to play tonight. Who cares, right? Even if they do, I think that you're going to see some minutes restrictions. And I say who cares because of this. Desmond Bane, he likes shooting them at home as well, especially if he might have a comfortable lead. Okay. He's averaging 6.5 attempts from 3 per game this month, although recently, man, he's almost got to 10 attempts. All right, he's hit at minimum 2 threes in every home game this month so far. Comfortable game, might find himself relaxed, getting a couple more in there. Any thoughts that you have there, Spector or Barner or EC?
I like both of those. I like the Harden one a little bit more, especially because Harden's been playing where he's been going fast pace, and instead he'll stop at that 3-point line recently when he's going on a fast break and starting to shoot, feeling more comfortable, especially at home. So I like the Harden one a little bit more, but the Bane's not a bad play either. The way the Memphis Grizzlies is playing.
I like it, man. All right, EC, look, it's your spot, bro. Go ahead, bring us home, man.
Hey, AB, I'm honored. Well, we got 2 NBA plays because I got to fit in with all of you guys. Nikola Vucevic, over 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Got this at minus 122. Now, the Bulls, sorry, Barner, but they're not very good. They're in the 10th spot in the Eastern Conference. They need to play their guys extra minutes so they hold off Indiana and Washington for that play-in tournament thing, whatever that is in the NBA. So Vucevic in 2 games against the Sixers this year has had 47 PRA and 45. So he does pretty well against Embiid, even though Embiid didn't play in the second matchup. He's averaging 17, 11, and 3 this month. He has double-digit rebounds in his last 5 and in 17 of his last 22. And the other 3 games this month where he doesn't have double-digit rebounds, he had 9 in each one of those games. He's averaging 36 minutes a game this month. I feel like heavy usage for him. And this total, I mean, he had a triple-double against Philly earlier in the season. I'm not saying he gets that tonight, but I think he's somewhere in the 30s. I think this one is feel pretty good about this one. And then I actually love this one as far as NBA props go. So for the Timberwolves, no Anthony Edwards tonight against the Knicks. Kyle Anderson's PRA is over 25.5. He's scored 11 or more points in 6 of 8 games this month. He's averaging 8 assists and 7 rebounds in March. He has 2 triple-doubles in the month, and he has 5 games of 8 or more assists this month. I feel like this one is easy, albeit in his last game against Toronto when Edwards didn't play, he didn't hit it, but I still feel pretty good about Kyle Anderson as long as this is not a complete blowout. Now, Sia on the site has the Knicks. I guess he gave that out this morning, AB. I think that as long as they stay within 15 into the fourth quarter, I think we hit this. All right. And then we got one. You guys better hurry up and get this one. You knew I couldn't get past a day without doing some college basketball. The Radford San Jose State over 125 in the CBI. Now, we have about a half an hour until this one tips off. Here's why I'm playing it. Radford is over this number in 7 of his last 8. They've given up 65 or more in 8 of their last 10. And they played 4 neutral site games this season. All have gone over 142 total points. Now, to be honest, I said the other month I would never play another San Jose State game again this season. But things change. There's not really much on the schedule. They had to get something in. San Jose State is 4-2 over this number of neutral site games. The only 2 lower totals were against defensive-powered teams North Texas and San Diego State. They're 12 of their last 17 are over this number. And when they win, in 11 of their last 14 wins, they've scored 70 or more points, including yesterday. I think they do it again. I think they win, and I think this total goes into the 130s.
I got to say, when you drop, we're not going to do it again this month or this year. You lasted a month. That's pretty good. I'm proud.
I mean, AB, I try. Like I told Coach, I was like, these guys are dead to me. These San Jose State team. It was like 2 in a row. I couldn't help myself. There's 4 games today. 2 have already been played. I got to do college. After hitting the Utah Valley last night, I had to do something. By the way, AB, my condolences on whatever happened at the end of that Gonzaga game was the most disgusting thing. Sorry. It was right there with the guy doing the unnecessary dunk, which almost ruined my underline in FDU. That was disgusting.
He bounced that thing almost a half court, dude.
And people were wanting to fight. Like the other coach was wanting to fight this guy. I mean, that was something, but I don't know what that Gonzaga ending was. That was disgusting.
It was disgusting. And I'll tell you, I was sitting in the office, literally about to go on HQ, 2 minutes away, right? I'm sitting there, feel good. I'm like, Gonzaga, 4.5. Got it. As soon as he picked up the ball, the TV in the office, I just turned it off. Just turned it off. Walked off. I knew exactly what was going to go down. And he didn't touch rim.
Nope.
Bam. Right in the net. Brutal. But you know what? Hey, it's March Madness, dude. That stuff happens. All right, everybody grab your paper, grab your pencil. Take a little recap here.
Real quick, AB.
Yeah.
That line, thanks to the chat, has gone down, actually. The one on my game. It is now you can get as low as 235, and we are already on the over. So 235, 236 varies on the book. So take the over even on that. We're looking a better line there.
Atta boy. All right, you said 235, 236?
Yeah.
All right, so that's Spector, Warriors, Rockets, over 235, 236. Had it listed all the way up to 237.5, so find your value there. EC is on Radford, San Jose State, over 125. Nikola Vucevic, over 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists, priced at -125. Kyle Anderson, over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists at -115. Barner is on the Kings, -6.5. And go ahead and give me that pronunciation again, Barner.
Ochai Agbaji.
Over 12.5 points at -129. Well done. That's the 3rd time. Great job, buddy. And I'm on Desmond Bane, over 2.5 threes at -110. And James Harden, over 2.5 threes at -125. So, boys, well done. And here's a present for you. You ready for this, EC? There's an undershirt for you as well.
Oh, let's go. See? All right, let's go. We're
I'm
rocking
sure
our undershirts.
everyone got frightened when I started unzipping my shirt.
I was-
I don't know what.
I was like, where are we going here, AB?
This is the last day that these boys are on YouTube, so have fun with it now. Any final thoughts before we go?
I'm glad that I don't have to watch that college basketball. It's hard to watch today. I don't know where you watch the CBI, but after the bad beats and I had a good day yesterday, but this weekend was nauseating, starting with Thursday in my Wildcats. Congrats to your Volunteers, AB, but seriously, I'm glad that I don't have to watch any college basketball for a couple of days.
Let me say this real quick. In regards to that, look, we've all watched the NCAA tournament our entire lives. We've bet on it for a long time. This was the most wild one that I've seen in regards to the first weekend, and that's saying something, right? Like, I mean, it was nuts. Like, we saw ones going down, we saw twos going down, three. I mean, all across the board, like craziness happening. It's been a blast. Like, I love it. It delivers every year. But you're right. Like, it feels good to have a day off from doing it because it's just brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like my anxiety was like ramping up the last few days,
dude.
Because
I slept horribly last night. Yeah.
Well, I would sleep. I mean, I wouldn't sleep if I had lost my under on a dude doing a 360 dunk up 8 with 1 second left. Like, inexcusable what you're trying to do there. And then you lose 0.7 of a second. They roll the ball to the 3-point line. The dude picks it up and nothing but net. I mean, that's gross.
I think it's just because like there's not as big of a gap or as many stars as there normally are. It's like some of the stars are actually going to the G League instead of college, and it's kind of bringing the gap in the college realm a little bit closer, which is why I think some of these teams are just their number one.
No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. The parity around the league, or around the college basketball as a whole, is there. There's a lot of it. And then number two, I mean, this is kind of a microcosm of what we saw during the season. Like, think how many teams were ranked number one and immediately would get bounced, and not only get bounced, like get bounced by bad teams. I'll give Arizona. Like, Arizona, every time they played a ranked team, beat the hell out of them, dude. Cover City,
San Diego State, Creighton, Tennessee. There's 3 teams right there.
Yeah,
in the Sweet 16.
Their only losses were unranked teams. Like,
and UCLA once. Literally, they've lost to 6 unranked teams and UCLA, who's legit. I mean, it's unreal. Hey, Barner, I have a question for you real fast. World Baseball Classic. Is there any value tomorrow night with the U.S. against either Mexico or Japan, or do we stay away?
I'm not betting on the World Baseball Classic right now. I mean, I would think the U.S. is the favorite there, but let's enjoy some NBA stuff. I'll give you one NBA nugget for tonight, and it's terrible for my Bulls. Joel Embiid has never lost to the Bulls.
Wow.
Really?
Never.
Wow.
Never lost a game to the Bulls.
How many times have they played?
He's had 12 games against them during the regular season.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Dude,
so get ready. Here comes the
right
steamroller. Bulls are going to lose tonight. I mean, the spread's too big. You can't play either way, but the Bulls are not winning this game tonight.
That is a hell of a stat. I didn't know that at all. Like, damn.
Joel Embiid smokes the Bulls.
Yeah. Damn.
So there you go.
Are you laying the points though? Are you laying the 7.5?
I'm not betting on any more Bulls games. I'm done. I don't bet on the Bulls games anymore. I might bet some player props, but I will not bet any part of the Bulls games. I'm done. I've lost too many. I'm out.
See, I want like a you with the Bulls and Spector with the Warriors. Like, put those together. I'm gonna put a parlay together with one of those teams when you guys are on when we do a Monday or Thursday show.
No Bulls bets for me. Sorry.
Both of our teams are maddeningly inconsistent at the moment. The only thing consistent about the Warriors is that they are inconsistent when they go on the road. They are consistently bad. When they're at home, they're consistently good. And all around as a team, they're inconsistent.
Fair. Well, I'll tell you this. You could be a Grizzlies fan, and when you play games in the West in California, they don't start till 1 a.m. Like, those are killing me. I need to get the Grizz in the East. I totally understand it, but dude,
that'll happen when Las Vegas gets their franchise in the next 3 years. Memphis will move to the East, and you'll be all good, AB.
Thank God.
Yeah, they'll do Vegas, and all the players are pushing for Seattle. So you get Vegas, Seattle. They'll push Memphis to the East, and they'll figure it out from push whoever else is closest in the West Coast. They'll go to the East.
New Orleans. New Orleans, maybe?
Yeah, probably New Orleans. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, New Orleans, Memphis goes to the East. You get Vegas and Seattle.
Love
NBA,
it.
You just figured it out.
Future commissioner Jason Spector right there.
He might end up being a commissioner one day. Yeah. Like keep his number, text for tickets.
You know it. I'm 100% never losing Spector's number for that reason.
All right. That's fair.
I love it. Now I'll say this, and we're gonna end the show. Our group text that we have of like everyone, like on the early edge, it's like 15 people. It is amazing that it's all blue bubbles, all iPhones. I've never seen 15 people on a group text that are all iPhones.
Anyone joins the show and they don't have an iPhone.
I don't add them. Like as soon as I see it, like on the original text, I'm like, no, you're not getting added.
You're gone. Yep.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be live again tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. And I just talked to Coach right before the show. He was walking off of a plane and said, hey, you're hosting today, right? I was like, yeah, we already got it. Don't worry. I was like, go home, get some rest. He's been on the road constantly the last 2 weeks. He'll be live, ready to go tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Eastern for the early wedge, and then 4 p.m. Eastern for in 5. So, Coach will be back. But until then, best luck. Let's cash these tickets. See you tomorrow. Thanks.